Okay, now we have to install the control on the boat. So we have to take note of the position of the flange that we defined earlier and remove it. Put this part of the control behind the gunnel. I have to have the hole in the gunnel already prepared with the right pattern. There's a template in the installation manual to perform this operation correctly. So I will put the top flange in front of the gunnel and connect it this way to the control. So the 4 bolts with the cross head will connect the flange to the mechanism, and the outer holes here we supply a hardware with bolts and nuts to go through the gunnel, or you can use self-tapping screws if the gunnel is thick enough. Before completing the assembly with the lever, now I have my control connected to the gunnel. I have to take the flange and position it on top without clicking it in, and you see there are pre-marked holes in the 4 positions. I want to drill the hole through exactly where my friction device is placed. So this screw here allow me to set the friction of the throttle. So to be able to reach that while I'm using the control and while I'm doing the final setup, I need to drill a hole or just notch it off from the front flange in the corresponding position. So the next phase of the installation is to assemble the lever on the control. So before being able to do this, I need to pull the wire through this conduit stop that I have in the flange. Once I'm here, I can start routing the wire inside the control. There's a dedicated slot at the bottom of the flange. Of course, now this part of the wire will be behind the gunnel. The part of the flange with the notch and the slot for the wire goes at the bottom of the bracket, and it snaps onto it. At this point, I have to set the length of the trim wire. As you can see here, the lever has a space inside to contain the wire. So I want to put the wire inside this slot and couple the lever on the spline. Next thing I have to do, I have to lock the lever in with the dedicated bolt that it's supplied with the hardware. At the end, I can place the cap this way. What I need to check when I'm done is that the locking neutral is sliding inside the slot as it should go. Now everything is assembled. All I need to do is check the proper functioning of throttle and shift, and by doing so I always want to have the engine running so that my shift is smooth and I can detect the right forward and reverse position detent. The next thing I can set here is the throttle friction. Sometimes when I'm on throttle, the spring from the engine, from the throttle body on the engine, tends to pull back the lever. I have the possibility to reach out to the set screw behind my gunnel through the holes that I previously notched out, and turning it clockwise I can increase the tension on the throttle, and turning it counterclockwise I will release tension, so I can select my favorite tension for the best feeling.
For information on this product or any of the other fine products from Uflex, feel free to reach out to us at www.uflexusa.com or to our technical service team at 941-351-2628. Thanks and have a great day.